Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I have been wanting to say those words for such a long time. I feel like the last video I posted was probably like 2 months ago or maybe almost 3 months ago, which is wild. I definitely never intended to have such a long period of time where I wasn't posting, but basically, long story short, because I really don't want to kind of get into it, I've had just the worst summer. Like, it's just been one thing after the other, and like just a lot of stuff has happened in my personal life. Lots of really like tragic things have happened that I've had to deal with, and again, it's been like one thing after another, like since June, like non-stop. So finally I've had like a little bit of a breather last week, and I was able to kind of get myself together enough to come back here, and I'm actually really happy and excited too. I wanted to come back again for like a bit before, but every time I thought like, okay, now I can come back, something else happened, and yeah, anyway, we're here now, which is good, and we're gonna be doing a get ready with me today, and this is going to be an exciting one because today is Friday and it's my boyfriend's birthday, which is great, and we're gonna go out to dinner to a really nice Italian restaurant, which I'm excited about. And I don't know why I felt like doing something a little bit different today. In general, like I have felt like a little bit more like, I don't know how to say it, but like I felt a little bit different lately. I feel like I've gotten a little bit more in touch with how, like, let's say like I used to be, and like the stuff that used to excite me and stuff like that. I can go into like everything like in another video, but basically I kind of feel like doing something fun today. I feel like doing something different. I feel like doing something that I would have done like, I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So we're gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna start off with the makeup as always. So yeah, we're in my bathroom because of that, but I'm gonna be showing you guys my full outfit. This is not what I'm wearing. This is just my stay-at-home kind of lounging outfit. But I'm gonna show you my whole outfit, the whole thing. And today, kind of the look and the vibe that I'm going for is like 60s, kind of Edie Sedgwick, kind of twiggy look. So let's see how it goes, because I haven't done a makeup look like this in so long, but I thought I would film it because, you know, it's different and it's exciting, and I usually do the same look. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So also, since the last time I did a get ready with me, I have acquired this fluffy headband thing for when I do my makeup and my skincare, which is exciting because I do feel like I kind of needed one. It is really good to kind of get your hair out of your face, which is obviously always essential in these types of looks. So I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. But anyway, let's get started and we can chat a little bit more while I do everything. So as always, I'm gonna start out with brushing out my eyebrows, and I'm sorry if at any point you can't really see me. I'm trying to like look into the mirror but also like have you guys see. But yeah, so since it has been a while, let me know in the comments, how have you guys been? How has your summer been? Are you looking forward to fall? I know I am. Like, I'm actually, like, I always love fall. It's actually my favorite season. It's also like my birthday is in fall, so that's also soon, which is exciting. And I just have like, I don't know, I just love fall. I love Halloween. I love the cozy vibes. I love like everything about it. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, so for eyes, we're gonna be starting off with the eyes. As always, I usually do this, but today we're also gonna be starting out with the eyes, and I'm gonna be using 2 eyeshadow palettes. These are literally the only 2 eyeshadow palettes I own, but we're gonna start off with them. So the one that I usually use for every day is this one, and this one is the That's Taupe palette from ColourPop, and I think you can still get this. This is literally my everyday palette. I literally always just use this shade right here, which is called Bedrock. Also, sorry, this is like so gross, but yeah, as you can see, that's the shade that I always use, and I just used like that to do like a little bit of a wing liner. But today we're actually going to be dipping into the other shades, which is exciting. So I think we're going to start off with something in the crease, and I think I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is called Python. Just a nice, really like neutral taupey, like pinky sort of color. And for brush, I think I'm gonna use, I have a couple of options actually, so let me see. What should I do? So let's see. Which one should I use? I usually never go in with like brushes like this, but anyway, I think I'm gonna be using this brush. This is the Real Techniques 310 Essential Crease Brush. And again, I'm going to be dipping it into this shade right here, Python. Just going to tap off a little bit of the excess, and let's start with that. So I just start off just by like very lightly. I never really use too much pressure, and just as a like heads up, I have no idea what I'm doing. With makeup, I've never been an expert by any means. I basically just watch videos on YouTube and kind of get an idea of what it is that people do, and I just try and copy it. That's basically it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put this shade all over the crease and kind of blend that out, and I'm gonna go in with a little bit more, and I'm gonna do the same on this eye. I also don't like to take too much time on my eyeshadow for some reason. Like I don't know, I can't like be like one of those people that just spends so long blending everything. It's just like, if it looks good enough, I'm like, okay, I'm just leaving it like that. So I think that's good for now. At least laid down like a little bit of a base. And okay, yep, I think that, yeah, it'll come together, I promise. So I think I'm going to put this away for now, and now we're going to move on to my other eyeshadow palette, and this one I feel like I've never shown in my channel. I haven't used this in so long, but I'm so excited to. This is the Baroque palette from ColourPop. I got this a couple of years ago, and I think you can't get it anymore. I think this was limited edition. It was this palette, and I think they had like another one that was like more like ruddy toned in that collection, but I did really like it. So this one is like, also I love the kind of packaging of it, but this one is basically like kind of like gunmetal, like cool toned shades, which I really like. When I used to do, like when I was in university in like my late teens, early 20s, I really liked doing like grungy looks sometimes. Like I had like a couple of different vibes like in my style and my wardrobe, and like the things that I did. I took a lot of inspiration from like a lot of different things, and one of them was usually like really like grungy looks, or like 60s type of like looks where you need like these types of shades to do them. So that's why I got it, and I love it. I feel like these two shadow like palettes, like these two color stories, are basically everything I ever use. This is like my grungy 60s like rock and roll vibe, and then this is like my everyday fairy princess type of vibe. But yeah, these are my two eyeshadow palettes. But anyway, going into this one, I think I'm gonna be using today this shade right here, which is called Noble, this one in the middle. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of like a duochrome sort of shade, which is really cool. It has like blue and like red reflect. I don't know if you guys can like see that, but it does have like a little bit of a reflect to it, which is really cool. So I think I'm just gonna do that shade. So again, Noble all over the lid, really. And again, I'm not really too precious with it, and I'm gonna be using this brush. This is the Real Techniques 301 base shadow brush. So again, I'm not really too precious with this. I'm literally just going to like take some on the brush and just literally put it in my eye. Like again, I'm not really a professional. I'm not trying to have this be like super neat and tidy. Since this is more of like a 60s look rather than like a grungy sort of look, I do want it to be a little bit more neat and tidy than if it was like just like full-on grunge. But I think that, you know, just like that, it's okay. And I don't know if you can see like the reflect. I feel like it's not showing up on camera that well, but it's really cool. It's really cool. And I did get some fallout, but that's fine. We can always clean that up a little bit later. So again, just picking up some of this shade and doing the same thing on the other eye. So I literally just pack it, like lay it down and like pack it. Oh, I feel like there you could see it a little bit better. Yeah. Just put it down, pack it all over the lid, like just like literally as a base shadow. Yep. And then after we have that done, I'm just gonna go back with the same brush that I used for the crease, and I'm not gonna put any new product on it. I'm just gonna be blending out kind of the edges a little bit more. So just do a little bit like that, a little clean, little swoop, and then that's it really. I feel like that kind of looks good. And I also appreciate with ColourPop shadows that I feel like they're so good for beginners, like people like me that don't really, I mean, I'm not a beginner. I've like done makeup for so long, but like I'm not an expert whatsoever. And it really does help to have stuff that like just does the job for you. Like I feel like these shadows like blend themselves. Like it literally took 2 seconds and I feel like it looks pretty decent, like considering my 0 technique level. But yeah. And then for the final touch for the eyelid, I'm gonna go in with this shade, the sparkly black, which I love. It's so cool. Like look at that. Look how that sparkles. Oh, I love that shade. This one's in this, it's called Grand. I think it's called Grand. Yeah, it's called Grand. So that shade called Grand. And I feel like also like, can we appreciate like the sparkle on others, like these other shades, like this one as well, Secret. I don't really use it much, but it's like so pretty. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this little tiny brush. This is the Real Techniques fine liner brush. This is the 311, and I'm just gonna go into the shadow. Just try and pick up as much as I can, and then I'm just going to literally just do eyeliner with this. So at first I want to like just press it really close to my lash line. I don't want this to be particularly thick, even though I know like the 60s look is to have really thick liner. And I do sometimes like other variations of like the 60s looks. Like I do want sometimes like an actual like twiggy, like basically like huge liner, like a gap in the middle, like in the lid, like a gap, and then like the really strong crease as well. But for today, since I've also haven't done this in such a long time, I'm kind of playing it a little bit safe, I think. And yeah, we'll see how this kind of comes together. But yeah, I think that's good for now. Yep. I think that's like a good level of thickness. And then I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing onto the other eye. So again, going back into the same shade, Grand. Picking up as much as I can, and then doing the exact same thing on this eye. And I always feel like with this type of look, like one of the like the last finishing touches is usually like the lashes as well, because I usually like don't wear mascara anymore. Like I haven't for like a couple of years now. I just basically rely on like the shadow eyeliner that I do to give me like that bit of definition, and then I just curl my lashes and just like let it be. But for this type of look, since it's so like shadow heavy and I have like such dark colors, like my eyelashes get lost in the look, so I have to do mascara. And also there's so much fallout, but it's fine, we can fix that. So yeah, literally the next step after this is going to be to do the mascara. So I think we're done for now with the Baroque palette, so I'm gonna put this away. And before I start to curl my eyelashes, I'm just going to get a little cotton pad and a little bit of my micellar water. This, I've shown this before, but this is the Loto del Sur, which is a Colombian brand. The micellar infusion of roses and prickly pear, or well, this is in Spanish, but it's the Infusión Micelar Rosas y Opuntia, and this is the best. I've used this for years, and I will never use another makeup remover slash like micellar water ever in my life. Like I hope they never discontinue that, because I would be literally crushed. But yes, I'm just gonna go and just clean out the fallout on my face. And now that there's like quite a bit of it, and then now I'm also going to just like pinch this like that, and I'm just gonna go and kind of sharpen the edges a little bit, or like cleaning the edges up a little bit more, so it also helps with the liner looking a little bit sharper. And then I'm just going to put this to the side in case we need to use it again a little bit later. Okay, so now next step is I have to curl my lashes, but I forgot my eyelash curler, so I will be right back. So I'm back now, and I took the liberty of curling my eyelashes off camera, just because I take quite a bit to do it. Like, thankfully I have quite long and like thick lashes, but they're like usually kind of more straight down. So it does take me quite a couple of times to get them to like be like super curled like as I want to. But yeah, now we're gonna be adding some mascara to the look before moving on to the face. Or actually, you know what? I am gonna add a little bit of cream to my face like while I do the mascara, just because since I removed the makeup, it kind of also removes my moisturizer. So, and I want to have like a nice base to work with, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of that quickly. Okay, just while I wait for this whole thing to kind of sink in, we can do the mascara. Okay, so I don't think you guys have ever seen me with mascara. I used to be a huge mascara person, like when I was a teenager and when I was in university, like in my early 20s, and then I just stopped using it. I don't really even remember why. I feel like I was just like, I kind of discovered that like my lashes look really good anyway without mascara, just like curling them, and if I'm not wearing too much makeup. Where's my other one? But yeah, basically I don't really use mascara anymore, except for like times where I really need it. And so I just don't have like full-size mascaras anymore. I have like a bunch of minis that I've gotten like gifted with different things. So I'm gonna be using 2 of those today. Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna be using 2 of my minis today. I have others as well, but like I just want to do these 2. And I'm also a multiple mascara person. Like when I used to use mascara, I would use like 3 or 4 like at the same time that did different things. Like it was crazy. It was like a whole thing. But my eyelashes always look like, I would always get asked if I was wearing fake lashes and stuff. So definitely worth it. But I've never been a one mascara type of person. So the first one we're going to be using is this one. This is a little mini of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. And I really like this because of the wand. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of like one of those like rubber pointy ones, which I always really like as like a base one. I like them because they kind of separate the lashes and kind of like, I don't know, they have like a really great effect. So I always like to go in with this one first, just to kind of comb through and kind of separate the lashes. And this one's also like a little bit dried out, which I also love. I also love having like a dried out mascara of this sort to kind of help me, give like a good base for the eyelashes. I don't know if this is just crazy talk, like, but that's the way that I've always kind of done it. So yeah, that's just like the first little layer of the dried up mascara. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with this one. This is a little mini of the Ilia Limitless Lashes. And I really like this wand because it's also really unique to me, I think. It kind of has like half of the pointy, like, do you see that? Half the pointy rubber ones, and then the other ones that are like a little bit more of like the natural fiber. So what I do is then I always like to scrape off as well. Like I've done this forever. Scrape off a little bit of the mascara on the tube. And then what I do with this one is I go in with the pointy side first, just a little bit like that. And the same thing with this eye. Go a little bit with that. And then I will go in again with the dried up one and kind of like remove a lot of the product. Remove a lot of the product to kind of like brush it through. So going back in with the Charlotte Tilbury one, kind of go back in, kind of brush through that. And then finally, once I'm kind of happy with how that looks, I will go in with the Limitless Lashes again, but with the other bristles, and just give it like a final little sweep. So again, just do like that, and this really, I think, helps them look like really thick, like that. Yep. So yeah, these are the lashes done. I don't know if you guys can like really see them or not, because it's also like really dark with the eye look, but I feel like in person you can definitely see them a little bit more, which is good. So yeah, that's my mascara, like my top lashes done. Let's move on to face really quickly. So while we're doing face, I think I'm gonna start with some highlighter. And this is my favorite one. I've used this before. I've shown you guys this one before. This is a brand new one. This is the Merit Bounce Day Glow Highlight, which is my favorite one. I just love how dewy it is and like how like natural looking it is. But I just do a little bit on my cheeks and on my nose, on my Cupid's bow. That's it. But I love it. It's just so pretty. And then I just take my finger and just kind of blend it, like my finger like so. Do the same thing here, just really quickly kind of blend that in. And yeah, that's basically it for that. Now I'm going to be doing concealer. And again, this is my favorite concealer. I've used this for so long. Like, I feel like I've used this for like at least 6 years, and it's the only concealer I've ever used for those 6 years. And I hope they never discontinue this because it's the perfect everything, perfect coverage, perfect shade, perfect everything for me. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer Super Coverage in the shade Swan, and I just love it. Plus the packaging is like so pretty, like oh my god, and it has so much product as well. Like these last me for like a good year, if not more, and I only use that as a concealer, like the only one I use. It's incredible, definitely value for money. So I'm just gonna put this everywhere where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. So over here if I have little spots. And there we go. So just gonna do like that, and then I'm just gonna be blending it in with my finger. And I always use the ring finger because I heard somewhere that apparently your ring finger is the best one to like use for your under eyes, like because it has like less pressure or something. So I only ever like kind of blend my concealer with my ring finger. It's like become like such a like habit for me that I never think of blending it with anything else. So yeah, just do like that, just tap it in everywhere across here, and do the same thing on the other side. Just blend it out, blend. And this also helps as well to sharpen up that eyeliner and that like eyeshadow, because I always go ahead and kind of like trace it with the concealer here, so it kind of even looks like even sharper and even cleaner like than when we just like went and like cleaned it up. So I just do that, and then let's blend out this little bit on my chin. And yeah, that's kind of it for concealer, I think. Like that looks good. I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but trust me, it will come together. And then for blush, I'm gonna be using my favorite blush, which is also I think like my most natural looking subtle, because since the eyes are already like a lot, I want to have something that kind of balances this whole thing out. And this is my favorite one. This is the Merit Flush Balm Cheek Color in the shade Beverly Hills, which is also my favorite shade. It's like my favorite blush of all time. It's the prettiest thing ever. So I'm just gonna put this on, and I basically just take a like direct from the bullet and just basically just do like that on my cheeks, which I know looks crazy right now. But yeah, and then I just go in with my finger and kind of clean it off as well. I take like my index finger and then my middle finger, and I just take some of that and then just blend it out, and I basically just tap it in. And for my blush, I also really like taking it everywhere, so like to cover my entire cheek. Like I know like a lot of people don't do that, but I'll like to do that. I like to take it like all the way back here, everything. And then finally, I'm gonna be doing the same thing to the other side, which is fun. So again, taking a little bit more product and then just like tapping it in. And then I also like take it a little bit on my nose, because since I don't put concealer on my nose, it's naturally redder, like more flush than the rest of my skin. So I just take it a little bit over my nose just so that there's not like a harsh contrast. And yeah, that's my blush done. And then I think for today, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my Hourglass powder. And I actually got another powder recently, which I also kind of forgot to bring. Jesus, have I really been... anyway, I usually use this powder which is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Mood Light, which is this shade, which I love. And I usually use this for kind of my under eyes. I like to set like in a couple of other places, and I take like this really small brush. This is the Real Techniques 402 setting brush, which is my favorite for this. Just do a little bit of that and just set under my eyes. And I usually just set around my nose area, like where we put that concealer as well, and then a little bit on my chin. And then whatever's left over, I just put on my forehead, because even though we didn't do makeup there, it kind of blends everything together. So I usually just do this for powder. But today, we're also going to be doing another powder that I got recently. I used to own this powder when I was in university, and I haven't bought it in so many years, and I'm so happy to have it back. Like, I didn't bring it here, so give me 1 second, I'll look for it, but I'll explain more when I have it like in my hand. Sorry about that, I'm back. So anyway, my other powder that I was talking about is this beauty. This is the GRWM Meteorites. And I use the shade 02 Cool. This is the light revealing powder pearls. As I mentioned, I did use this before as well, and I'm actually curious, let me know if you guys know, but like this used to have different packaging. I don't know if this is limited edition packaging or if this is going to be the permanent packaging, but anyway, I love this so much. It's also gorgeous, like the tin is just incredible. So you basically open it like this, and it has like, it has a powder puff on it, which I love. It's so like vintage. I love it. I love vintage vibes. But yeah, so there's like the little powder puff, and then there's the pearls. Like, this is just to die for, and this is like really sparkly. Like you can see the sparkle on your face. So if you don't like that, don't use it and don't buy it. But like sometimes, not every time, but sometimes I do like that and I want that in my face. So, and today is one of those days. So I'm going to be using this. Sometimes I do the powder puff like on its own. Sometimes I do like a little bit of a brush with it. I know that there is a brush to go with this that has like the same pattern, and I have been considering to buying it, but I'm not sure. So let me know as well if you guys have tried it and if I should get it. But yeah, these are the pearls. Aren't they the most beautiful thing you guys have ever seen? So I'm going to take the puff, and I'm just going to press that like here under my eyes as well, and everywhere else I kind of put the other one, and I sometimes like do a little bit over my entire face like that. And if I'm feeling really extra, I'll take like a big like powder brush. This is the Real Techniques 201 powder brush, and I will just take this and kind of swirl it in the pearls, and then I would just sweep it. And this also has like a really like faint smell, like, but it smells kind of like violet. It's so nice. It's like, it definitely does add to the vintage vibe as well, the fact that this smells like old makeup, but not like in a horrible way. It smells like really like something that you would find like in your grandmother's like vanity. But and my grandmother actually used to, well, she's still alive, but she loves GRWM as well. So it always reminds me of her. But yeah, isn't this the beautiful, like most beautiful thing? So it does give a little bit of like a sheen, but also kind of mattifies, which is really nice. I really like it. And in person you can kind of see like sparkles, like you just look like a little fairy, which I love. Like, I don't like this look always, but like today I do like this look. So anyway, moving on. Moving on. We're gonna go back in with the eyes for a second, and basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into this palette. This is the That's Taupe palette, and I think we're gonna take a little bit of this shade again. This is the Python shade, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little brush that I always use, this little like smudgy brush. where is it? Oh, here it is. So I usually use this brush, which is like tiny. This is the Real Techniques 332 smudging brush. And I'll just take a little bit of that shade, Python, on it. And I'll just basically smudge it underneath my lash line, just to kind of balance everything out, because this is such a makeup heavy, like color heavy look on the top. You kind of need something to balance it out on the bottom with. So see, like that difference? So I just like to do a little bit of this, and then we will finish it off for the eyes with a little bit of mascara on the lower lash line as well. And that also kind of helps with the whole like 60s look, because it will help you to look even more like a doll, which is definitely what you want. So I'm gonna go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lashes mascara, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit of that onto my lower lashes. And as you can see, that does also make like quite a bit of a difference to the look, not only in like balancing it all out, but also in kind of the doll look that we're going for. That was so prevalent in the 60s. Like, I just love this. I used to always just do mascara, like top and bottom lash mascara, and I love it. I'm really feeling this look actually. I feel like it's coming out better than I thought it was going to, so that's really cool. And then finally, let's finish everything off with lips. So I think what I'm gonna do is, since it's so top heavy, I think I'm gonna do just a little bit of like gloss, and this is, oh, this is not the shade. We're gonna do a little bit of gloss, preferably a kind of clear, like really light pink kind of gloss. And don't tell me that I don't have it in my makeup bag as well. Oh my god, I feel like I've been so out of like, I don't have it here. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to come back again. I feel like I've been so out of practice with doing like this whole thing with YouTube that I've literally forgotten everything like before I came to film. Anyway, I'll look for my lip gloss and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We're back in business again. So final thing is lips. So I'm just gonna be doing very simple lip combo. I'm gonna start with a little bit of lip liner. This is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This is Iconic Nude. It looks like that, and I love it. I love browns and like nude colors for my lips. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this. Just very lightly, because I also don't want it to be too dark. I just want to have like a little bit of an outline for the lip gloss to lay on top of. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that, like that, and just blend it a little bit. And then on top of that, I'm gonna be using this lip gloss. This is from a Colombian brand called Bella Beauty, and this is their lip gloss with orchid oil, or actually no, Juicy Lips lip gloss, and this is in the shade Glazed Donut. And this is probably one of the best lip glosses I've ever used. This is from a girl that went to my school. She was older than me, but she went to school with my brother, and she has a makeup line, and like I really love her stuff. Like, she has these lip glosses. I have another shade that I also really like, and she has a blush as well that's also really good. But she doesn't ship internationally right now, which is unfortunate, but this is just so pretty. Like, wait till you see it. Like, first of all, like, Isn't that just like so like incredibly shiny? Like, it's incredible. So just do a little bit of lip gloss like that, and yeah, I think this is it for the makeup look. What do you guys think? Are we liking it? Are we not liking it? It's definitely something that's like quite different for me, or like here on the channel. I also feel like it makes me look extra like goth because I'm wearing black, but I'm not gonna be wearing black in a sec. I'm gonna just give my hair a little bit of a brush, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything with it. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. And yeah, before we leave the bathroom to show you guys my outfit, I'm going to also pick a little bit of fragrance. And today, since it's a special occasion, I'm gonna be picking my favorite fragrance in the entire world. It's so sad because this actually discontinued, but I have a pretty big bottle, so, and I use it so sparingly. I use it like liquid gold, like literally, but it's this guy. This is most beautiful fragrance ever. This is the Guerlain Le Petit Robe Noir, which I use as well. Like, I use the normal Le Petit Robe Noir and I have for years. Probably used it for like, I know for sure over 10 years, like 12 years or something, I've been using this one. But this one is the Eau de Parfum Intense, which is just incredible. And I got this version like already like a couple years ago or something, and I have not been able to find it again since. And it's so beautiful. It's blue. It has like this Marilyn Monroe dress. Oh, it's incredible. Love that. So I'm just going to be doing a little spritz of that, and yeah, just have that for today. Amazing. Lovely. So yeah, that's basically my makeup look done. So I'm gonna take you guys outside now and show you my outfit. Okay, so here is the outfit. This is what I'm gonna be wearing for dinner. So I'm wearing this linen top from a Colombian brand that's called Nue the Label. I do have an entire video on them, so if you guys want to check it out, see this top a little bit more in detail, and then also everything else I got from the brand, I'll leave it linked here or here. I never know where it is, but I'll leave it linked somewhere here. The pants are from Sezane. They're actually new from Sezane, from the Essentials collection. This is the Martin cropped trousers with the black gingham print, which I love. I've worn them so much already, even though I've only had them for like a week or two, which is great. And that's actually going to be my next video, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be filming it literally right after this, and it's going to be showing you guys what I got from the Essentials collection, because I did get a couple of other things, including as well the shoes I'm wearing. So these are the Elodie babies, I believe they're called, from Sezane in the black color. I love them. I love Mary Jane's to have like multiple straps. It like kills me every time. It gets me. I've loved the shoe style ever since I've remembered, and I've had so many like these, but I'm so happy to own them. So yeah, these are the shoes. And then for bag, I'm wearing this one, which is actually vintage from the 60s. It was my grandmother's when she was a teenager, and it's a little black like evening satin bag. Looks kind of like that. It has like, it's really cool because you can like open it like that, but it also has like another clasp, so it's like triple clasped. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of dark, but yeah. So yeah, this is the look. I'm gonna give you guys a quick 360 of it as well. So this is what it looks like from all the angles. I'm so happy with it. I actually am feeling myself so much today. I feel like this look is really like giving. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna leave the video here. because it's getting really long already with the makeup portion and I still need to film the other one. But stay tuned for that. It's gonna be coming out soon and hopefully I don't have to take another really long break from YouTube again. I really don't want to. So yeah, now that's coming to fall, the best season in my opinion, my favorite season. There's gonna be lots of exciting stuff coming your way to the channel, so also let me know in the comments down below if there's anything in particular that you guys want to see from me. How are you guys doing? Just let's start chatting down there. I really miss you guys, and yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!